let's put it like this, how to say this, where the unconscious, contents are overwhelming and chaotic, and that, that the client feels like this is too much, I open to the imagination. It's just, a lot of chaotic stuff coming through. And also clients who use the imagination, with good intention, but it's actually, using them, so to speak, because there is a sort of a side of the unconscious that's quite sort of possessive, you could say, almost as if the unconscious wants to swallow the I, swallow the ego. And in that case, the imagination can be really, wow, there's a lot of images and, wow, there's a lot of dreams and this is very exciting, but there's not really any relationship to it. And there's not really any dialogue with it. And there, you actually need a separation between the ego and the unconscious before there can be a relationship.
And how do you do that? How do you as a therapist?
There, you actually work on strengthening the ego. You would actually really be supportive and, ego strength, getting up in the morning, eating some good food, going to work, whatever, and then also just, by working therapeutically, you get a container in which you can differentiate a bit more in the material, and you can, hopefully at least become more conscious of, the different parts of, in alchemy, they talk about the prima materia, it's this mass of confusion to begin with, And what you want to do there is you want to start to separate and differentiate and to get a little bit of, wiggle room in this, sticky, heavy, confusing mass, and there, there's also an alchemical or ground rule. You need a container. You need a good vessel in order for the material to start to transform. So just being in a therapeutic container and looking at this, this material, can itself, help to separate. Yeah.
So if somebody's feeling this overwhelm of the imagination of the subconscious, you're helping them to kind of create structure, create some kind of distance almost, so that you have some more choice at how you engage with it instead of being overwhelmed with it.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
In alchemy, you want to separate. You want this spirit to actually separate from the material, and then later they can join together again and create what is called a conjunctio, a union. But you need to separate before you can actually enter into a union, and that applies for alchemy, psychology, and for relationships also, romantic relationships. If you're too codependent with your partner, you need some separation, and then from there you can unite in a more clean way. Same thing with the unconscious.